updates coming in. This one with respect to the visuals coming in. These are the visuals coming from Goa. The first visuals of Shinde holding meet with the MLAs in Goa. Remember, the trust vote is all set to take place on 4th of July. And the first visuals that we are getting to you right now of Eknath Shinde, the newly sworn in Maharashtra Chief Minister, holding meet with his MLAs and also they're paying respects to a leader. We will go across to Priyanka as well, who is there on the ground tracking the details of this meet that was held of Eknath Shinde with the MLAs. The first visuals that we are getting to you right now of Shinde, who is currently meeting the MLAs with the camp who are there, the Shinde camp MLAs who currently stay put in Panaji Hotel. Priyanka is getting us all those details. We will go across to her, but in the visuals you can see Eknath Shinde there along with the MLAs. Remember, the trust vote is all set to take place on 4th of July. And this after Eknath Shinde along with Devendra Fadnavis was sworn in as a Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra. The special Maharashtra Assembly session that was earlier scheduled for tomorrow has now been postponed. The trust vote is all set to take place on 4th of July. The visuals on your screens are from Goa, the Panaji Hotel, where Eknath Shinde is currently with the MLAs. We have Alisha as well, who has all the details on that. Alisha, what more can you tell us?
Well, you know, the picture that has been coming in from the hotel in Goa, that's the Taj Convention Hotel in Goa, where all the MLAs, and we know that Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde last night to in Goa and met all his MLAs. It was the picture of a meeting of Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde with all the rebel MLAs. So, the importantly, what we know that there are meetings that have happened. It's clearly kept in the picture. But yes, all were being all the special assemblies. You know that there was a special assembly that was called in by governor. Specifically, it was asked by governor to the chief minister Eknath, and they asked him to prove the majority. But the special session postponed for 3rd and 4th. So on 3rd, there will be the speaker will be appointed, and on 4th, so there will be a vote and conference. So of course, it's very simple. That it's no hurry for the rebel MLAs to Mumbai because the vote of confidence special session that is going to be on 3rd. So
yes,
we can expect that they can leave from Goa on 3rd morning itself to attend.
Yes, Alisha, stay with us. We have our senior editor Shravan also on the ground tracking all those updates very closely. Shravan, if you could help us with all that you're picking up. We understand that the MLAs who are in Goa right now will be flying to Mumbai very shortly.
Well, in fact, with Eknath Shinde going back to Goa and having a discussion with his MLAs is a clear reflection of the fact that they are all set to be brought back to Mumbai. Remember, that's going to happen before the speaker is basically elected, and thereafter also the floor test which is going to take place. In all likelihood, as Alisha was been reporting, it is likely to take place on Monday. Now, there is some amount of ambiguity as far as their entire process of whether at all there's going to be any sort of a merger of the faction, the rebel MLAs factions. And that clarity we'll have to wait and watch, because remember, this matter is also now going to be heard in the Supreme Court. You already have the chief whip of Shiva Sena, Sunil Prabhu, already approaching the Supreme Court as far as who exactly is the real Shiva Sena. That's a question that's been asked to even the rebel MLAs. Now, rebel MLAs are essentially indicating that this is a matter that is going to be sorted by the Election Commission. After all, they do have the numbers. It's more than 2/3 to begin with. And secondly, they're also basically saying that within the assembly, it is they who are the largest, with the largest number of legislators. So rather, they have a claim over Shiva Sena. But whether at all they are in a position to use that particular symbol, that is something that is a matter that has to be sorted by the Elections Commission. Will that happen anytime soon? Well, there is no clarity on that as of now.
Yes, yeah. Shravan, if you could once again for our viewers give us details as to about the floor test, the trust vote, beg your pardon, which will happen on July 4th, as well as selection of speaker before that. Take us through all those details.
Well, in fact, Samiksha, this is scheduled for 3rd of July, the election of the speaker, and then subsequently you have the floor test that's going to take place. With regards to the numbers, remember, with the BJP and the rebel MLAs forging an alliance at this point in time, the numbers could very well go up over 160. Also, not to forget the support that they've essentially got from the independent legislators and also the smaller parties who have come together to support this particular alliance. Now, election of the speaker would essentially also, settle the dispute as to who exactly will have the control to disqualify the legislators. Remember, the earlier deputy speaker elected by the Maha had essentially the power as far as the disqualification of those 16 MLAs. But then that is a matter that is sub judice. That matter is going to come up for hearing on 12th of July. And till that time, they have also, the time to respond. Now, but there is also another set of, there is a gray area right now with the new speaker who's basically going to be elected. After that, what really happens to the notices that were basically issued? Now, what is happening is that the rebel MLAs are again and again saying that Uddhav camp really does not have the number to begin with. And in the assembly, they do not have the strength. So there is no question of them be issuing any whip. Secondly, the issuance of whip can only now come in from the rebel MLAs camp. It is they who have the numbers and it is they who have the right to issue a whip. So before the floor test, and remember there is also going to be that battle as to who exactly issues the whip and what really holds on. Because they are saying Eknath Shinde, who has been the leader, the Shiva Sena legislature party head, it is he who has the power to do so. But after the rebellion, he was basically shunted out by the Uddhav camp. But that is, again, not going to really hold much strength, at least given the fact that the alliance has already been formed. They are going to form the government, keeping in mind with the numbers that they have at this stage. Well, right now, on the other side, we continue our rolling coverage.